Jonas, a boy with poor grades but a great imagination, finds a strange picture frame in an attic. It's his doorway into a world of fantasy, full of adventure and danger. That's the start of the webcomic The Worm World Saga. The story was also the start of an adventure for 36-year-old Daniel Lieske. It made him one of Germany's most popular graphic artists.
I describe myself as a child of the 1980s, insofar as I've been influenced by pop culture. I saw all the movies over and over, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all the fantasy films like The Dark Crystal, the Jim Henson stories. They're all stories that have a very strong humanistic element. The protagonist goes on a journey and grows up, undergoes a transformation. That's a foundation I share with a lot of people.
More than 2 million people have read his comic since it went online at Christmas in 2010. Lieske used to design computer games. Now his former hobby is his day job. He takes full advantage of digital technology. Instead of using the conventional comic layout, where the flow of panels is interrupted to fit on a single page, Lieske draws on what's been dubbed the infinite canvas, where images can merge into each other.
It gives me an experience that's much like a movie, which isn't interrupted by turning pages. And it offers very exciting narrative possibilities. With an endlessly scrolling canvas, I can create effects not possible with traditional comic form, like long virtual tracking shots from top to bottom, for example. There are all sorts of exciting possibilities which I'm exploring from chapter to chapter.
Since 2011, the Worm World Saga has also been available as a free mobile app. There's also a premium collector's edition that includes special features. Along with the sale of signed prints, Lieske can now live off his comic. The comic is free on the website, but many fans support him through crowdfunding, which helped launch both the app and a fan shop. And volunteers have translated the comic into more than 20 languages.
What's really crazy is that a fan is even doing the layout for the translations. He said, "Hey Daniel, I noticed you're having trouble keeping up with the layout. I could do that." I don't want to take advantage of my fans, so for a long time I really resisted it.
It's estimated there are tens of thousands of webcomics around the world. It's not yet clear how they'll change the world of graphic novels. So far, only a limited number of webcomics are published in book form. The comic book store Modern Graphics in Berlin has been in business for more than 20 years. Owner Michael Wiesler sees the growing popularity of webcomics as an enrichment to the comic scene.
Normally, the artist goes looking for a publisher. Oftentimes, the publisher doesn't recognize their talent or doesn't have time for the project. Sometimes it's justified, sometimes it isn't. But if you don't have a publisher, you can't get your books out there and find an audience. But the web is democratic. So, just as with music, the web creates new opportunities for comic book authors.
Das schafft Möglichkeiten.
Daniel Lieske has now published his Worm World Saga as a book, largely in response to demand from his fans.
I do wonder what exactly I'm doing right. But at the same time, I try not to overthink things, or spend too much energy on recreating whatever makes it so successful. What I want to do is tell the kind of story I'd like to read myself.
For Daniel Lieske, the adventure has only just begun, just as it has for Jonas and his legion of followers. For now, Jonas is still stuck inside a fantastical world, and his way back to reality lies far in the future.